Oh, we had a butter. Oh, well, we have more.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Give this a couple seconds here to do its thing. Okay. What's happening, Mrs. Kiana? How you doing? How you doing? Congratulations with your new gig there. Nice truck. Although I have a little issue with that company. I guess the cat's out of the bag. We can say what company you're with, right? I mean, that's cool. Estio, what's happening, man? Before I go into, hey, Pamela. Okay, before I go into what I was going to talk about, let's talk a little bit about Kiana. She went to CFI. She now works at CFI. Big congratulations to her on that. But I have a beef with CFI. And basically what it is, my buddies kind of know this, is, man, whenever you get behind one of those guys, it's almost like they see a Prime truck and they're like, let's screw with Prime. And I've had this happen 3 times, always going through Missouri, Arkansas, maybe that area. But you'll come rolling up on one, your distance warning will go off, bleep, bleep, bleep. So you go around, you get about 3/4 of the way by them, and boom, they'll take off, get back in front of you. Okay, the guy was daydreaming or something. Cool, he's back in front. All cool's back here. He's doing 67, whatever it is. And I'm good. Then beep, beep, he's slowing down. I got to go around him. And we'll play this cat and mouse game forever and a day. I've actually, a couple of times, I've had to literally just drop my cruise control down to 55, let that guy get far away, and then I'll catch up to him again, play that stupid same game. Or I've actually gotten off and decided it's time for a cup of coffee. Because at this point, doing this back and forth 4, 5, 50 times, I got flames shooting out of my ears. I mean, I'm on fire. So I usually just give up and say, okay, you win. You got me. We're out of there. And so on and so forth. That's sad considering how much safety things they have us go through. Well, that's good, man. That's sad. Okay, what's up? What's up, Wolfman? Plus, there's monthly videos and such we have to complete. Right on. That's good. They, they want to keep their drivers safe and or, up to date on things. Kiana says, I'm company, so I figured I'll be running slower, not faster. What's the deal with company over there? You governed slower or what? Got my controller charging, brought home my PlayStation, but I ain't got no TV. I ain't got no TV back there to watch it on, so that sucks. Anyways, let me get into what I was going to talk about here for a minute, and then I'll go back to the chat here, the chat board. Well, I'm company, okay. I don't feel as much of a need to run faster. Yeah, you were kind of mellowing out anyways over there at Western Express. So, you're already set up for that. Anyways, okay, guys, here's what I wanted to bring up. Kind of sucks because I did a trailer for this. It was supposed to talk about and let people come in, but it said click okay, and I guess it didn't work because it went live immediately. Anyways, first time ever I did a PM not at Prime. And the reason why I did that is I was coming home for home time, and it's like, damn it, I got to get a PM. I knew I had to get a PM going east, north, or not north. Yeah, I was going out to the northeast from California, and I thought about running through Prime real quick because we had a little time and getting a PM done. It's, I believe, $319 for a Freightliner through the Express Loop. But we were on a good load, and it had plenty of time on it, which scares me. When you have a load with plenty of time on it and you go into Prime, if something's wrong with your trailer and they suck it into the black hole of death, because you have a lot of time on it, you get put over here, and all the guys that don't have as much time get done first, which is obviously the way to do it. But me being going, hey man, I don't care. I was there before that guy. But that is not the way it works. So I just said, forget it. I'll get a PM when I go for my birthday on the 18th, when I go into Prime. And then I started monitoring. I'm like, oh no. So I was 1,100 miles overdue for a PM. We dropped our final load over in Texas, over near Dallas. I can't remember what city it was, but it was near Dallas. It was right next to Dallas because I was 30 miles away from the Dallas Flying J. So, anyways, I decided let's get one out in the field. I called some TAs. Oh my gosh, that's expensive. Called some Loves, was expensive, but I decided, you know what, it's going to cost me an extra $100. I'll get it done, and I don't have to worry about getting sucked in the black hole or doing it after home time. So I called the local Loves up there, and he said, well, you know what? There's a Speedco up the street. Why don't you take it there? They have 5 bays, and they can, get you in and out quicker. Thank you. I would like that. So after losing my cool because the Speedco shares the driveway with a blue beacon, and I couldn't get in. First time I missed the dang driveway. So in Texas, you're on service roads. You can't turn. You got to go down, turn, come back up the interstate, come back around, and it's a big to-do. Second time around, now there's trucks all the way backed up onto the street from the blue beacon. So I called Speedco, and I'm like, well, what the hell? And they're like, yeah, we know. I said, well, can I go in your exit, get through, and turn around? She goes, yeah, that's fine. So I pulled in their exit, and then there was, for whatever reason, the one guy blocking the driveway left a big gap in front of his truck. So I was able to go in their exit, and then they had a little side opening and go through the right way eventually. So, but anyways, I go into the Speedco, and I'll tell you what a filthy place this is. How they're not shut down by OSHA, I have no clue. Number one, their floors are saturated in oil. When you get out, you just skid around on your, you ice skate in the place. And the service guys, their boots are saturated. It looks like they've walked in, a bucket of oil this deep. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? So that's the first thought is yuck. Then, of course, they asked me what kind of oil I want to use. Oh, man, now you're asking questions. Whatever kind that you're supposed to put in it. And what kind do you want? I mean, you're an oil change place, right? What the hell you put in it? So I finally opened up my side box and showed him a gallon of oil I had. And he goes, oh, okay, cool. Then he wanted to know if I want to put additive this, additive that. No. I just want an oil change. A PM. I want oil change and filters and grease. So I go inside and I'm sitting there, and I all of a sudden I see him coming up with a dolly, and he's got 3 or 4 cases of this oil. And I'm talking to a buddy, and I'm sitting there, wow, that's odd that they use, they don't have it in bulk. They're using actual gallons. Then it dawned on me, oh, crap. He asked me what kind of oil I used. I should have just told him whatever bulk you have on tap. He's going to probably charge me $1 million per gallon, like $23, $28 per gallon. I'm like, no way. So I run out there after he's put a case in, and I said, I go, what's going on? I go, you don't have this in bulk? He goes, no. I said, well, wait a minute. How much is this stuff? He goes, well, we're going to charge you the same price as bulk because we don't have it. Oh, so thank God. But anyways, it took them a minute to get it done. They left fingerprints, of course, grease all over the side of my truck. No big deal. It needs a wash. $401 with Prime's discount. Wow. I don't remember what Prime charges for a PM in their non-express bay, like if you take it into the shop. But if you go through the express bay, it's $319 for a Freightliner Cascadia adult snacks, So that's cool. Oh, I see Junior's in here. What's happening, Junior? Who else just showed up? Wombat, what's up? What's the deal with the new inverter? Well, right on. We're getting 2,000 watt inverters. Some might say, what's the deal with my inverter? Because you can't use it without it beeping the whole time you're using it, which is new. But what are you going to do? There's Melissa. she's running around doing things that, I guess she wants
wives
to do.
do.
Yeah.
Cleaning, putting stuff away.
Yeah. So what do we got? Y'all had dinner at Manny's Shrimp Boat Restaurant. It was good 10 years ago when I was there. That's funny, Wolfman. We keep, every time we come, we got to try that because we're not that far from it. We got to try that place. We got to try that place. And we haven't yet. We haven't yet. We usually try to go out one day while we're on home time. But then we're always so excited to have home cooking that we sit and eat at home. Yeah, because, all that outdoor food is just bleh. So we usually make stuff here at the house, but we try to go out one time. Last time we were here, we took my brother-in-law and his wife out to the local Joe's Italian place, which is really good. Okay, let's see. Okay, thanks for reminding me. I need to stop by parts for oil and windshield wiper. There you go. Has Prime mentioned vax mandate yet, or in the near future? No, they haven't mentioned it, and so far they said that no, it's up to you whether you want to get it or not. So far, one of the things I'm afraid of is places like Walmart, Tyson, JBS, those places might go, hey, you know what? If you don't,
I saw it today on somebody in Prime in one of the groups posted was on Tyson letterhead that now that everybody coming in had to have a shot.
That's what I'm afraid of.
But I don't know because nobody could substantiate it. It just said Tyson. Who knows if somebody actually?
Yeah. So far, no. But what I'm afraid of is, like she just said, is Tyson or one of those guys saying, hey, if you guys want on our property, you're going to have to be vaccinated. That does worry me.
Well, they got one vaccine FDA approved.
Yeah. They finally approved the
Pfizer?
The Pfizer, which means I'm going to go buy some Pfizer stock. They got that FDA approved, but Melissa says if they require it, she's not driving. She's done. She's not getting it. Hopefully she can still drive to the other places that don't require you to get it and that they'll let her on the property, but not out of the truck. If it becomes a requirement to where I'm going to have to quit trucking, I'm going to get the shot. I'm not going to hold my ground like Melissa, but that's fine. If she don't want to get it, that's good.
Yeah, but the thing with me is the fact that it got FDA approved is a good sign.
I don't trust the federal government. F those guys.
Oh,
you're forgetting that's the FDA is the federal government. So they're going to lie just like Biden and Kamala Harris and all those.
Yeah.
So getting it FDA approved doesn't mean nothing to me. Yeah, I still don't trust them. Is Flying J the cheapest fuel in Dallas? Well, right now at Prime, a lot of the Flying J and pilots are cheap, but where I was at, I don't know. This Flying J I was at, I was going there to just top off the reefer to go home because, when I go home, I put reefer fuel in and I wash the trailer out. I don't, just take a dirty, empty fuel trailer to the yard and drop it over there in Houston. Every time I've picked up trailers at the Houston yard, some have maggots in them. They're throw up everywhere because it's nasty. They're never washed out. They never have fuel in them. And some of them just, oh my God. I mean, like I said, maggots, bugs stink to high heaven, man.
I asked our fleet manager if we could take the trailer home and put it in the driveway, but he said no.
Yeah, he said no. Hey, what's happening? 10 count? 10 counts hanging out in Oregon. Yeah, Junior says Tyson is doing it. So at this point, I guess as of right now, we won't be running Tyson loads until we figure out, what's going on. I mean, we just, F Tyson. I can do without Tyson. I just bought a bunch of their chicken. Take it back.
We may get COVID from it, and then they really got a problem.
So what do you think about that, Junior? You going to go get that shot? Did I say shop? Are you going to go get that shot so you can go on Tyson's property? Tank says, on your new truck, can you purchase extended warranty? Do they allow you to purchase 2 to 3 year extended warranty? Well, the truck comes with a 600,000 mile. Oh, how many years?
6, I thought.
4 year,
Oh, no.
something like that. We'll run the miles out, but it comes with already comes with a warranty. And yes, once your warranty is up, you can buy an extended warranty. I'm excited to be going on the road with CFI and running more west loads. Ugh, I don't know why you'd want to go west, like
yeah.
California.
I wouldn't want to go west or northeast.
Jeff Beard, hey, how you doing, man? Been a while. Team David will die if vaccinated. A hashtag Team David will die if vaccinated. That's what I'm afraid of, man. But I don't want to quit trucking. Kiana says she won't be going to Cali. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't blame her either.
Can you put another snack in there?
What would you have?
I had an adult snack.
Oh, an adult snack.
Arkansas to Arizona regional. What are you being paid by the miles? Arkansas to Arizona. Let's see. That's not that far. That's kind of cool. You're not going to be, I guess, just going in circles, huh?
That could be a bartender.
No, you can't, because you should never foam it up like that.
Oh.
You don't pour it. You got to tip the cup and
no, I did tip it, but it's still
no, you did. I just watch you go whoop.
It's like a latte.
Yeah, it is like a latte. I'm gonna have a mustache.
I don't. Maybe I need to talk to Herbie. He's the beer connoisseur. I don't know. I don't drink beer.
This is apple juice.
You're at home time.
No matter. It's apple juice. 45 cents per mile. Okay, cool. Junior says he's by the mile. No, are you going to get the COVID vaccine, man? Yeah. Are you doing it? You ain't doing it. What's up, Kevo? How you doing, man?
He's not doing it?
He hasn't said yet. He says he's driving by the mile. He's charging by the mile, man. Let's see. They don't have anything out of the part of Tennessee at the moment. Okay. Yeah, I had a foam mustache. Well, you let the woman do something and just figure it all up. Dave, do you have days where you've said, I can't take trucking anymore, I'm done? Attitude of the shipper and receiver, arguments with dispatch, or is it pretty chill at Prime for you? Prime is like roses and butterflies and unicorns. Now, having said that, being that Prime is so great and I'm a YouTuber, use my driver code and give me a referral. It's HAGGDA. I never have problems at Prime. They're like the best. No, actually, Prime is a great company, but yes, Jeremy will get that, what I just did there. He's probably the only one that's going to get what I just did there because I've talked to him about it a million times. But anyways, yeah, there's been times where it's like, you know what? This is BS. I've had shippers irritate the hell out of me, receivers irritate the hell out of me. Dispatch, very little. I've got a pretty good dispatcher. Any quirks I've ever had with them, we've called, we've talked it out. And generally, it was usually because I just didn't understand the way something worked. And once I've learned it, it was good. Now, weekend dispatch can be a problem, particular guy, but I got to make that video on weekend dispatch. I'm gonna do it in such a way where, I'm not bashing anybody because I don't feel the need to bash, but I would like to make that video so people can understand that everybody goes through some hard times and there is some issues that you can run into and how to resolve them. There's ways to resolve them, right? Ways to do it without, risking getting fired or doing anything like that. Okay, what is that? What is what? Settling down from work, about to rinse up before bed. Right on. Yeah, you're working hard over there, that unloading those trucks. Local. Dan Transport, that all will be different for everyone. The choices you make will dictate how your day is. Yes. 10 Count says, is your plan for the new truck to run it 3 to 4 years, then sell it? Or is it the plan to run it till the wheels fall off? I'm probably going to run it till the wheels fall off. I might run it. I mean, depending on how long the truck lasts, if it lasts long enough to where my time being OTR is coming to an end, because it will come to an end. I'm not running OTR forever. I was thinking, I wonder, because it will be high mileage. I wonder if it'd be something I can take to the ports or intermodal where you're not doing real long, traveling or something like that. Or you see, never say never. I could run it for 3 years and say, you know what, sell it, get another one. I probably won't. I probably will run it unless it's giving me a lot of problems. I'll probably run it till the wheels fall off. Now, having said that, understand you will have repairs. You will have things go wrong. And yes, I would fix those because once it's paid for, if you got to do $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 repair on it after it's been paid off a while, you're gonna do it because if you can get another few years out of the truck, it makes sense. So you will have to pay for repairs. I understand it's going to break down and all that, but things change all the time. As far as how long I'm going to be out here might change in a year or two. But I've got plans. Shower sounds like a good idea. What do I stink? Haha, I can actually hear the sarcasm in that. Weekend dispatch is a pain in the freaking arse. Yeah, weekend dispatch can be fun. I'm not protected by HIPAA. Why are they asking my personal? Am I not protected by HIPAA? Why are they asking for personal medical information? Okay, here's the thing, guys. I keep telling people this over and over again. Look, when you go into a private business, they can ask you, hey, are you vaccinated? Because we don't want you in here if you're not. If you decide, hey, no, I don't want to tell you, that's fine, but now you have to leave. Okay, just like if you go in there, put on a mask. Oh, it's against my right. Oh, it's this. I'm not putting one on. Most places are going to be like, whatever, but some places are going to tell you to leave. Or when you go, oh, I have a medical condition, I'm not putting on a mask, then you can leave. Oh, that's against my rights. No, it's not. It's a private business. If you have a medical condition and you can't wear a mask and they don't want you in there because you don't have a mask on, you're going to have to get somebody to do shopping for you. You got to remember, guys, private businesses can tell you to walk on, hop through their business on one foot. If you don't want to, you don't go in. That's as simple as that. You can't force a private business to do anything. It's exactly that. It's a private business. I see these YouTubes where they're show me the law that says I have to wear a mask. And the dummies in the business are too dumb to realize, sir, ma'am, or Karen, or Kyle, this is a private business, so leave. Simple as that, guys. You got to remember, private businesses equal blah, 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 blah. We can do, okay, let's see, 10 count. Now, Junior threw am I buffering? Is there a problem because he's got a buffering thing and then a stop thing? Okay, Dan says, okay, I already read that. Okay, well, no, I didn't. Am I the only one? They feel like I took a crap in a shipper, receiver, or guard's bowl of cereal? Some talk to you like absolutely crap. Yeah, some, you got to remember, some of these people either hate life or they're just having a bad day. Shower them with kindness. That's all you can do. And so the worse someone's being to you, the nicer you'll be. The saying, you can dish it out, but you can't follow it. David, you planning to come to the oil fields? No, Greg. I'm dirt and grime and grease. It's the other thing about the lube place, man. These guys had oil and not just marks. It was thick, wet oil like dripping off of them. No, I can't do that. Ever since I turned about 25, maybe 30, I just can't do the dirt thing and oil thing anymore. When I was building cars up until I went into trucking, but I would wear long sleeve and gloves and hair nets and, cover myself up. Even in my appliance business towards the end, all my uniforms were long sleeve and I put on rubber gloves because I just couldn't do the dirt. I had the smoothest, softest hands in the appliance industry. Some customers treat people like crazy, but you just come in and leave. So I don't know. It doesn't bother me. Now, she probably said something else, but it might have autocorrected to crazy. Okay. Wombat says, dumb question for Abacus. We don't scan field receipts, do we? They compile it all for taxes automatically. Yeah. Anything that goes on your statement goes to them. And I've confirmed with my payroll person that you don't need to scan anything that has a PO on it. Your fuel, obviously, it's got POs, or it's not fuel, washouts. And I've confirmed it with her, and I've watched to make sure because I quit scanning those in, and I watched to make sure that I was getting credited for it. Now I keep all those receipts, put them with the paperwork, and put it in a thingamabob, and bada bing, bada boom, it's in the truck. But yeah, no, you don't need them. Dumb question for I got that. I had to put a mask on when walking through terminal. It sucked, but whatever. Yeah, it does. And they can just send, like I said, it's one of those things that we just have to do. Walmart, a lot of people had masks on, a lot of people didn't. I don't even carry a mask with me anymore. I went to a Walmart DC where they were requiring masks. I just pulled my shirt up over my face. She looked at me because she asked, "Oh, you need a mask?" I'm like, "I'm outside." She says, "You still need a mask?" I said, "Okay." And again, I'm not going to argue with them. I've seen people argue with these people. They got a load of product and they're arguing with them. I'm not putting a mask on. I'm outside. And it's like, if I was at Walmart, goodbye, to take your load and leave. But so what I did, I pulled my shirt up over my face, and she goes, "Oh, well, that's not a mask." And I said, "Yeah, but you let me put bandanas and, gaiters over your face, right?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Well, what's different than a shirt?" She goes, "That's true." She ended up giving me a mask. I didn't wear it. I just left my shirt until I was only there 2 minutes at the door. I do refuse to wear a mask while driving my truck. I do refuse to wear a mask while walking around people's parking lots and stuff. That's just dumb. Now, if somebody told me I got to leave or wear one, I'm going to put one on, but I don't volunteer, I guess is what I mean, not refuse. I don't volunteer to wear a mask while driving the vehicle and so on and so forth. In your opinion, what is a good amount of for an emergency fund? I like to keep. I mean, well, I don't. I don't know what. I would say. I'd say about five. I like the 5,000 seems to be like a good number. You could do a lot with that as far as emergencies go. You got a couple truck payments there. You got some money to pull out if you had some, major breakdown that wasn't covered under warranty. Like say you, I don't know, let's say you decided to stack 500 load locks on the back of your truck and, tie them with bubble gum and stuff, and they fall off and get into your drive shaft and rip everything out. Obviously that ain't going to be covered. So, for things like that, I've just been letting my e-fund ride. Now that I'm going home for home time, I keep it above a certain amount, and then I take a chunk out of it each time I go home, so it pays my fixed cost and it gives me a paycheck. Yes, I give myself a paycheck too, just because I have a hard time mentally not getting a paycheck. So I do that. Now, also, I had a really thick e-fund, so when I ordered that truck, I had almost $6,200 in upgrades to it. I threw 3,000 down, and I almost just paid the whole thing off. Each week, I keep telling myself, send a message to my payroll lady and tell her just take the rest of rest of the money out of my e-fund and pay it off, because they're taking 300 a week out of my paycheck, which is fine. It always baffles me. I'm like, oh, that's a good week, and then it's like, oh damn, they took this much out for e-fund and that much. That's a really good week. But now I'm not going to, because as of this week, I'll only owe $600. So I could, but that's 2 more weeks and it's blah. So it's one of those things. Who cares? Just let it run. Is Tyson considered private if it's publicly traded? I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but It probably is. They're still private property. Um, Public places would be things that we've paid for, like government buildings, anything government. Our taxes go to it. Those are public. Those we have some say with what goes on there. But I don't think any business, unless you personally are getting taxed for it or whatnot. Say, I think even the public, yeah, no, it's not going to be because we ain't buying the place. We don't have, I mean, you might have stock in it, but I don't think that would apply, but I'm not a guru at that or anything, but I'm going to say no, because it's still a private property. Let's see. I had to wear a mask in the cave at Jewel Cave National Monument. Maybe it was to protect the bats. Yeah, maybe. Well, didn't COVID come from bats? I have to have my mask on in order to get past security at work. Yep. Kiana says good night. Good night. Thank you, Kiana. What's happening, Big Tim? Parks is an example. Okay. Big Tim's chilling at the house getting new yokes, pinion seals. Oh, yokes and pinion seals, U joints, and coolant lines replaced. Right on. At least you're home. Screw the mask. Yep, we were talking about the mask. Yeah, I think masks are BS, but when I have to put one on to get something I want, I have to put one on. I mean, I can't. I will not throw a fit at a private business. I'm not even going to throw. If I was going to a government building, I ain't going to throw a fit. I'm just not going to do it. I don't want to be one of those people. What does it hurt me to put a mask on for 10 minutes to do whatever? That's just not me. Used to be me, but it's just not me anymore. I got bigger fish to fry. My life is half over, if not 3/4 of the way over. There's things I just don't need to argue about with people anymore. When I'm scanning things into Abigail's, do you scan the picture of the receipt recurrent among with that trip sheet? The trip sheet, the Abs. Are you talking about your monthly sheet that you send to Abacus? Because Melissa just fills out the amounts and everything. Melissa, you don't scan any pictures or receipts or anything to Abacus, right? You just fill out, do you? Okay, you just fill out everything on that sheet, and we keep the receipts just in case they need them. But yeah, we don't. We just fill out. Because you're talking about that 30-day every month you send in that sheet to Abacus. Yeah, we just put the what we spent. We don't send any receipts to them. I thought you were talking about the trip sheet to Prime, with your load information and all that on it. Let's see, Kingsley, how you doing? So much repetition and memorization. I got the engine compartment, driver's side, and coupling down. Just need the trailer and end cap. Now, that end cap, the air brakes, man, make sure you get that down good. The trailer is, if you got the engine bay done, the trailer is mostly because it's got all the same brakes hub. Now, remember, guys, your tractor that you're training on, unless it has disc brakes, that trailer, if you're at Prime, has got disc brakes. Melissa, my fault as her trainer, when she did the pre-trip inspection, she did the trailer just like she did the tractor brakes, and they nailed her for not pointing. They called it not pointing in the right spot because she's pointing at the back of the rim for the brakes, which they're not. They're off the back of the axle there. So remember that if you're doing that, your disc brakes are going to be a little bit different. You got to point in different areas. And I felt bad. She didn't fail because of that. She just got points off. But I felt bad because that was totally my fault as her trainer not to teach her that. I just kept telling her, oh, it's the same as the front. Don't worry about it. What's happening, Jerry? How you doing, man? Big Tim says, I watched this pre-trip video on YouTube for hours. I forgot the channel, but it definitely helped me. If you're at Prime, the best pre-trip videos to watch are Junior Honduras. Look up Junior Honduras pre-trip. Why I say that is he's doing the Prime pre-trip. And believe it or not, different companies have different pre-trips. Why that is, I don't know, but they do. I know, Greg, I was a bad trainer. Let's see. Just make sure you point at what you're talking about, not bent or broke. Exactly. Probably, man. Yes. Yeah. Always point at everything, and that's where she got screwed up. She pointed where the drum brake would be and where the brake pads, brake shoes would be, rather than where the disc was and the brake pads. Now, hub seals and axle seals don't matter. You can call them either one. They don't care because they just don't care. If they know you know where they are and they know you know what you're pointing at. That's the thing. I mean, most of the guys you can point at it and go, damn it, you know what? I can't remember the name, but this is what I want to make sure is not cracked, bent, or broken. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be okay with that, and they're just, but you want to learn it. But yeah, hub seals, axle seals, you're not going to get. If you get knocked for that, you got a real stickler a-hole, because we're not fixing these trucks, guys. We just need to know what to look for. Where we don't. We're not a mechanic. We're not rebuilding this stuff. We're just looking at it, make sure it's not cracked, bent, or broken, or leaking. And if it is, then we call a mechanic to fix it. You're welcome, Mr. Honduras. When I did mine at the DMV, all I got was cab and brake test. Right on. I don't do pre-trips in the oil field, just put it in gear and roll. Well, that's because, Greg, if you did a pre-trip on an oil-filled truck, you just have to junk it. Because, come on, brother, admit it. Everything is cracked, bent, and broken and leaking. You guys drag those oil-filled trucks around barely, man. Oh, man. Yeah, U-joint spring, exactly. All that good stuff. Right on, Jeff. You be good, man. You be good. I've been, I haven't, Melissa was, last person I trained. And so I could still recite the pre-trip just because I burned it into my head. I watched Junior's videos on my couch with a broken foot forever before I even went to Prime, because I wanted to know that. And I had all, and then when I was driving PSD, I sat there and recited everything while I was driving down the road, just for the fact that we probably didn't pre-trip because it was a waste of time. And whatnot. So not saying for me, I pre-tripped the hell out of my truck. Melissa actually runs around a little bit harder than she did because she missed a bubble in a tire and she couldn't believe it. So now, man, she, as a matter of fact, I did a video the other day and you can hear her out there. Everything was good to go. We were getting ready to leave. And she goes, you know what? I'm going to go run around and look at the tires again. She's like, I guess she feels shocked because there was a big bubble in the side of the tire. We picked that trailer up. She pre-tripped it. And then we didn't go very far before we traded out. And when I traded out, I go out there and I look, and it's a big ass. It looked like it had a pimple on the side of the tire. Now, having said that, could that have formed from the time we picked up the trailer? And then absolutely. But I like to give her shit and tell her she missed it. And it works because now she's like extra looking at everything. So many people at the training pad saying properly mounted and secured, all at one truck, housed, one to study. You can't hear yourself. Well, the best thing to do is just go to another truck. If you don't have a trainer to where you can do it off his truck, that's where watching the videos would help, like Junior's videos, because he's pointing exactly everything out. And then when people get away from that truck, you can go in and do it yourself. Uh, Doing trailer, learning the trailer, you can just go to the yard and there's always, or even where they have those the test trailers, you can go to those, and if people are surrounded, just go to a trailer on the yard and practice it there in your own quiet time or whatnot. Um, you could always there's got to be a time. I know what you're saying though, because I remember when I did the trainer class, they brought the students that were coming to get trainers to look at your truck, and you're right, they were all, I had the one where they come to the truck and they were all trying to pre-trip and learn about everything, and it sounded like a symphony going on. It was like whoa, but you got to remember that training pad's open 24 hours a day, or the trucks, people don't train at night really, and they got 2 pad trucks. Walk over to one of the pad trucks, pop it open, and pop the hood open, and start your pre-trip. Do it that way. But if you need quiet time to do it. Boy, she just said a bad word over there. No, I also I trained somebody else, John Fornwald. He's always in here. I can guarantee you, most drivers don't pre-trip. At least I think so. I can't talk for other drivers, but we pre-trip and we post-trip. It's so easy. You guys got to remember, when you pre-trip, you're not doing the crack, bent, or broken. You're just looking at things. It takes 2 seconds. You're looking at things. It's you can see your levels. You check the oil, and you flashlight and just look at things. You're not doing the crack, bent, or broken or whatnot. Not only that, guys, but anytime that truck stops, you run and use the restroom, get fuel, and you're walking to somewhere and back, always look at your wheels. Always look for rust trails, look for tire issues. I find tire issues all the time just because we're stopping for get some soda or something. As I'm walking back, damn, there's a nail on tire, or this tire's splitting or whatever. You just always want to be looking at that truck. That way, if you start getting lax on pre-trip, at least your wheels aren't going to fall off. But I highly recommend doing a pre-trip. Do it the best you can, just because you don't want problems. Now, a lot of people, these are brand new trucks. What do I got to pre-trip it for? I've got a front leaf spring that's shifted. Crack bent the leaf springs. Make sure that problem mounted secured at both ends, not crack bent or broken or shifted. I've got one that's shifted in the bushing. You got your spring and then you got bushings on both sides. Mine's all the way over and it's rubbing a hole through the bracket. There's rust coming out of it and everything else. When it was in the shop last, they had to order it. I'm going in on the 17th. I got a check engine light they got to do. I need brakes. I got some brake issues up front I got to get done, which are caught under the pre-trip. They're not DOT, but we got some separation issues going on. So they're going in to get replaced, and I'm going to have that spring replaced. It's just, this is all stuff you catch on pre-trips and whatnot. Yeah, Greg says as long as you have air in 2/3 of the tire, you are fine. That is the oil fields. You'll run that thing on rims. It don't matter. Tim says I do a thorough pre-trip truck and trailer in less than 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you guys a story here and why I don't stop at way stations anymore. 2 times I stopped in a way station to do a 10-hour break. And both times, I swear to God, when I wake up in the morning, right next to me, they're doing inspections on trucks. They're pulling everybody in and doing inspections. And I'm like, son of a, because I want to just get up, do a quick pre-trip and go. But no, my theory is if they're watching and they say I do a quick pre-trip and go, They're going to pull me in. They're going to lecture me. They're going to do all kinds of nonsense. So I did a thorough pre-trip. I'm talking 100% brakes on all wheels, everything, in-cab inspection, air brake test, everything, 100%. I pulled the wheel chocks out, threw them down to do the everything. I didn't want no problem because I had a leaking trailer. But anyways, yeah, it was so damn. It's like, damn it, I got a little teeny air leak in this. I don't want to get shut down or anything. So I did the whole thing. It took a half hour. It was like 35 minutes to do a crazy, full blown, can you crack bent or broken, pre-trip. So they seen you were doing it and didn't give you a problem twice. And yeah, it took a minute to do it. But I know what you mean, a 5 minute. And that, yeah, when you're running around the truck, and especially when you're looking at it all day long, it's like I'll on my 30-minute break, I'll pop the hood, check the oil, make sure everything looks cool still, even though I pre-tripped it. It's just, these trucks, you got to make sure they're going good, especially when you use 5 gallons of oil between oil changes. Got to keep checking that oil. Yes, 5 gallons of oil my truck used in 75,000 miles between oil changes. I think that's a little excessive. What do you think? Okay, let's see. Things break, especially the new trucks. They rush them through manufacturing. Well, guys, think about the roads we're running on. These roads, I'm surprised these trucks don't tear apart as much as they do. These roads are, my God, you know how many times I catch air because the transition to the bridges are so bad? You just poof. You can hear the suspension unloading completely, because when you go up and it goes clunk, that's not good, man. That's you're overextending everything. That's pretty bad, man. As long as you have, okay, got that. New truck, need new bushings and U-bolts. Ooh, okay. Hey, Mr. Wilsterman, how you doing, man? What is happening? Just chilling at home, having an adult snack, aka apple juice. Good times, man. You need a rebuild. I'm getting on mine. I'm getting a whole new spring with everything. It's under warranty. They're just changing the whole spring hanger and all that. Melissa, how come you say hi from the other room? Because we're home and we're normally in a 6x6 cell. So when we get home, she bolts and I sit right here in my, we got this big island type counter with some bar stools on it. And I just sit here and just chill, do my thing. I got my setup here for all my plugs, a little basket to keep all my stuff in nice and neat. I did bring home my GPS and update it and everything because, man, she is funky. She is, oh, you know what? I got the picture. Check this out, you guys. This is crazy. There it is. It's not a great picture, but I was like 3 miles. This is a 3 mile. Let's see if I turn it. You can see from here to here, it was like 3 miles. And I was just going to a Love's. Well, you can see what it was trying to do is trying to take me on these crazy ass side roads and go around. It's like, why are you trying to do that? And it was like 20. Does it have the miles there? I didn't get the miles. It was like 21 miles it was trying to take me. Now, when I passed it and it rerouted, it literally told me to get off the exit that the truck stop was on, get back on the freeway, go back and go back through that way. And the way it was trying to have me exit to the truck stop, when I got off the truck stop and went, there's signs, no trucks, and it's a dirt road. So I've had a few problems lately with this thing where it can't find, it finds the location, but it's trying to take me this crazy long way. All the settings are good in it. So I figured, it's time to update it. if you fail certain parts of the pre-trip, do you do it all over or only part you missed? Well, if you fail the pre-trip to where you fail the test, you're going to do it over again. But nah, come on, man. If you study at all, if you study at all, you'll blow right through that. I don't know how many points they let you miss on it to fail, but because they won't tell anybody. But if you study it, you should be good, man. Especially that air brake test. Get on there, get on Junior's videos, and I'm telling you, he explains it so perfect the way they do it that you'll pass it. I mean, it's just a no. I have no doubt you'll pass it. Melissa passed it on the first time around, and I passed mine on the first time around. A lot of people do. I don't think the pre-trip, other than the air brake test is what gets people. That's the one you gotta, because you can't miss anything on it. You got to get that 100%. Check this out, guys. My truck, the morning I was gonna pre-trip it, I got traction control light. You guys remember I probably showed all those lights come on. I had all these damn lights come on. And I'm like, damn it. So when I was doing the pre-trip, okay, we're now going to do the in-cab. I'm going to check my gauges. Oh, I got all this failure on my gauges. I'm going to be taking this truck into the shop. But I passed it because one of the things, guys, if you find a failure during your pre-trip, when you're testing or on any of that, you need to tell them that is cracked, bent, or broken, or that is leaking. Because if you walk, if you're pre-tripping a trailer or a truck and the damn thing's got a flat tire and you say you're going to check your tires, you better tell them it's got a flat tire, because otherwise they're going to go, hey, man, what the hell? So just make sure you cover yourself. If you see something broken, let them know it's broken. Now, when you do your whole test, so like say you pass your pre-trip, but you fail your backing test, they'll stop you there. The next time you come in, you won't do the pre-trip again. You'll just do backing. If you pass it, then you go on to driving. Or if you failed pre-trip, then you won't even continue. You come back, you start there. But you don't have to do or if you fail, say, your driving test, but you pass backing and pre-trip, you won't have to go back and do all of it. You'll just do your driving test. Let's see. Going through 5 gallons of oil in between changes mean you have something internally wrong. Yeah, and that's the weird thing. The truck doesn't smoke at all, and it's not leaking anything anymore. It's pretty. It's got. I looked at the tailpipe. I don't see oil on it, so I don't know what it's doing with that oil. But yeah, it's sucking the damn thing down. Good night, Junior. Oh shit! I didn't even see Hog Rider come in. What's up, Hog Rider? And Mr. Latimer, how you doing? How you doing? Let's see. That Melissa, you're still. That reminds me, seeing Junior on here. Didn't he want you to text him about my about the party or whatnot? I know you have to get it from me right now. Let's see. Garmin GPS. Mine does that crap all the time. No, this is a Ram. Yeah, well, you don't need. I'll get it for you. Yeah, I'll get it for you a little later. I don't want to get in what she'll be on Junior. No, it's not a Garmin. It's a Ram McNally, and it was working fine. So this is something that went wonky on it. I mean, other than the normal times it falls off the freeway, but Ram McNally, they have one thing to do, GPS, and they can't get it right. But hopefully this update, because it did say there was things that needed to be updated. So hopefully that helps. Luckily, we don't rely 100% on our GPS. So when it goes crazy, like obviously right there, it's like, no, I need to get off at exit such and such. I'm not getting off here and going around, going through the backwoods into the dirt and everything. Okay, Morgan says you're only allowed to miss 13 on the pre-trip before you fail it. I don't know. Do you know that for a fact? Did you miss 13 and that's why you know? Because at Prime, they will not tell you how many because they want you to strive for 100%. That way, you'll definitely get it. Because if they say, hey, you can miss 13, when you're practicing it, you're like, hell, I'm getting, I'm only missing 8. I'm good. And then when you get with the actual guy in his red thing and his clipboard, you're frozen and you missed 14 and now you're screwed. So, yeah, they always want you to strive for excellence. Lucas says, I think it's like 30 points they told me once. Well, that would have been Wilson telling you, but Prime will not tell you how many points you can miss because they don't want the trainers telling the students, well, you can suck this bad. Yeah, backing, I believe it's 12 or 13 points. Big Tim says you need new liners or rings. Yeah, but wouldn't it be smoking? The truck's I just turned 460,000 miles on it. And this truck's always used oil. Always. It was never this excessive. I used to go through a gallon or two before oil changes. And now, but I used to think that's because it was leaking. I figured it was just leaking bad when you're driving. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would think the thing would smoke. Morgan, hey, Morgan, 13 items on the pre-trip is what my student was told after he passed his test. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't want to miss that many. If I missed 12 items on my pre-trip, I would probably tell him, you know what? Fail me. I'm coming back in a couple of days because I need to know better than this. You should not be happy with passing a pre-trip with 13 failed items because the pre-trip, if you study it at all, you're going to get it. Now, having said that, guys, during my whole pad experience, I was fine on the pre-trip. My backing, I think you can miss 12. The only reason I say that is because I got 11 points on my backing. Now, before you guys go, damn, David, you suck, and go, I thought Melissa always says you're a great backer, and I thought you said you can back good. Before all of that comes in, when my trainer trained me this was on the straight line back, I got all those points. Now, I didn't snake and hit lines and all that crap. When my trainer trained me, he said, all right, you're going to pull forward. He's going to have you pull forward to this line, and then he's going to have you straight line back up to this line, pop your horn, you're good to go. So the day of testing goes, I pull up where he told me, I straight line back to that line. Well, he tells you what he wants you to do, right? And I'm like terrified guy with the clipboard and all. And he's all, okay, I want you to pull up, butt it up, pull back to that line. And I could have sworn he said, pull back to the line to hit your horn. Okay, now, because I'm remembering that from my trainer. And then he said something about, then I'm going to have you back up all the way through. And I remember seeing guys do this. You back up all the way through, and then you move over to set up for another maneuver. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I back up, I stop, I beat my horn, and the instructor looks at me, cocks his head over, and I knew that's when he knew he fucked up. And so then he says, okay, he goes, go do a fade. Okay, go ahead and back it through, move it over, boom, boom. So I backed it through, moved it over, did my thing, got through all that. And when we got in the truck to do the driving test, he goes, you got 11 out of 12 points on that back. He goes, you're so lucky. He goes, you got 11 points on the straight line. He goes, you're so lucky you didn't get any points anywhere else or you would have failed. He goes, do you know what happened? And at this time, I realized that he told me to. I said, yeah. He goes, what's that? I go, I screwed up. He goes, why'd you screw up? I said, because I didn't listen. He said, yes. And then he proceeded to tell me I was supposed to pull up to that line, stop, and then continue backing up and do that. But that was I'm not going to fault my trainer for it. Yeah, I am, because That's how he taught me to do it. He told me that's how they're going to do it. So that's how I did it. But yeah, that was a screwy thing. I'm going to make a new trainer video, a training experience video, where I can sit down and remember and think about it and tell a story. Again, not to bash anybody, but to give people ideas of what to not let happen type deal. Okay, what's the oil pressure and oil temp get to? The oil pressure, like any Freightliner I had, it runs up to 50 when it's cold. I think it's right around 40 or 50 when you're, hammered down. And then at idle, it gets down to 10 pounds. The temperature, I don't know. I think the temperature is, I look a couple of times, but I don't pay attention to it because I want to say it's less than the engine. It's either less than the coolant temperature or a little bit more than a coolant temperature, but it's so close to it that I assume it's supposed to be there, and I don't worry about it. It never really fluctuates from what it is. The truck, yeah. Lucas says, you got to remember you team drive, going to go through oil sooner. I wouldn't think too much of it unless you see a leak. Yeah, but 5 gallons, Lucas, you think 5 gallons is good for 75,000 miles? And not only that, hold on a second. So I team drive. So what? I still only go 75,000 miles between oil changes. So whether you're team driving or solo driving, it's just how long it's going to take you to get there. But the engine has still got to run that long to get it there, if that makes any sense. So I wouldn't think you'd use any more oil because you're still driving the same miles. Am I thinking about that right, or am I wrong? Cliff got 5 points total, right on. Well, I got none if I didn't scrape that back, so I'm not. I had to go back for backing 3 times. Finally got it on the parallel parking. Well, right on. At least, you got it, right? Let's see. Melissa says I'd put David up. David, I would put up David to anyone with backing. What? He's an enigma. What the hell are you saying, woman? I'm not sure if she was making fun of me or what the hell she's doing there. Let's see. Lucas says, Melissa, I could back circles around David, blindside standing on the steps. Melissa says, no, you couldn't. Dude, if you blindside standing on the steps, you win. If you're drinking oil, it usually is from going too long between oil changes. For your next truck, don't listen to 75,000 miles, do it sooner. Yeah, but my old trucks didn't use that oil in 75,000 miles. And no, I'm not planning on the fact that I'm keeping the truck and it's going to get a lot of miles on it. I was planning on doing maybe like 50,000 miles, get oil changes, because I do think 75 is long. But here you go, guys. Here's the thing. Let's not forget, this is new technology, new oils, new everything. So you are going to go longer, or you potentially go longer. It's just like cars. Cars used to be, oh, God, 3,500 miles, or you're going to blow the engine up. Now they're going 7,500, 10,000. It's because of the new oils and so on and so forth. Let's see. Pre-trips, once you get to the drives and tandems on the trailer, it's all repetration. Yeah, other than those disc brakes, man, you got to watch those disc brakes. Melissa says, Lucas, sure, we need a meeting up. Are you talking about a backing challenge, Melissa? Yeah. Why are you putting me out there like that? Oh, damn, Lucas, we were just at that Petro, man. We should have threw some money down. Oh, yeah. Damn, that sucked. Ow, damn it, I just stubbed my toe. Let's see. Big Tim says 10 pounds, definitely something wrong because my 579 idles at 30 PS. No, see, I've had 3 Freightliners. They all idle at 10 pounds. Lucas, yours idles at 10 pounds too, right? That's a Freightliner thing or something, a DD15 thing, but it idles at every Freightliner I've had is idled at 10 pounds. I would like to see 30 PSI. And at full speed, it gets 65. Yeah, see, ours don't get that high either. 210, 220, that sounds about right. That sounds about right on the temperature. Yeah, Greg doesn't back up the truck hardly ever, which is a good thing because Greg was a flatbedder, and you know what? How I feel about flatbedders and backing. Oh man. Lucas says, well, the 75,000 thing, you're pushing that engine twice as hard. It hardly gets a break. Just my opinion. How are we pushing it twice as hard? Because think about it. You run your drive during the day, then you let your truck idle all night for your 10-hour break, then you run it. So I don't see how it's pushing it hard. And not only that, but cruising down the highway shouldn't be that hard on an engine. But I see what you're saying, Lucas. I just don't think it should suck that much oil. Big Tim says he'll do a backing challenge. Right on. Cliff says mine idles at 1 to 2 PSI 30 max. Cliff's driving one of them the Max Force Internationals, ain't you? What's this, Lucas? I'm done. You're done, Lucas? You don't want to play no more? What's up, Truckers World? How you doing, man? My apple juice was starting to get a little warm. I had to get rid of it. But yeah, I still, it is what it is. I'm almost done with the truck. I've got till January 15th is the date it gets turned in. I'd idle my truck for 6 days straight. Had an issue with my APU. Hate idling my truck, especially with it having over 1 million miles on it. Yeah, I with the DEF systems, man, I'm just afraid to idle. How you doing, Rich? My APU fuel pump went out, and we idled overnight in California. And it regened in that little bit of time of idling overnight. It's like, come on, man. Or I think it regened twice. I know when she was on the training pad, the damn thing would go into a regen constantly. Joe Jordan says, David, why do you hate me? I don't hate you, Joe. I don't know why you think I hate you. Greg says, any backup that doesn't lead to an insurance claim is a good, well done. Yes, any backup that doesn't, I always say, if you can do it without hitting anything, you did good. Your truck is cancer-free, no rust, huh? Lucas says, at Melissa, I'm sure David is great. I know I'm pretty good. Don't know who would be better, but my thing is, as long as I got it in the hole without hitting anything, I'm happy. Exactly. As long as I can get it in the hole, that's all that matters. She's just being a goof. She used to always do that when we had the appliance company. When people would call her and they'd question, "Oh, you guys any good? Do you have any?" Oh man, I'd put my technician against any technician out there. It's like, damn woman, why are you setting me up like that? No DEF system. Okay, well at least you don't have to worry about plugging up those down. Oh, that's the thing. My filters, I think I'm like 10,000 miles from needing my DEF system cleaned out and a new DEF filter. And I just found out because I was going to have it done on the 17th when I go back in, or not 10, I think I'm 30,000 miles. Because I'm like, you know what? I'll have it done. Then I don't have to come back to the terminal, in a few months. And then I'll turn in the truck, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm not going to make it till I turn in the truck. And it's going to be $1,000. Or a little over 1,000. She said it was used like 700 or 800, but since COVID, things have gone up. So she said it's probably going to be about 1,000 or so. It's like, Jesus. Angela says Luke's better. Okay, Angela, here's the thing. Have you ever driven in his truck while he backed up? She has. So I win. No, I don't. I honestly don't know, man. I mean, I've never driven with Lucas. Melissa's just goofing. She's just being a wife. See, you are. I'll put you up against anyone. Have you watched some of Junior's backing videos? Well, hold on. I should say this. Have you watched a couple of videos where Junior backs a truck in? Oh, sweet. She says I'm probably just as good as Junior. Oh, she just said that maybe be even better. Damn, Junior. Challenge on. I think we should all meet up and put some money down. If Jeremy was here, but he's probably sleeping because he isn't here, he would be laughing because I always do that whenever someone says, okay, let's put some money down. God, who did I just bet Jeremy? Oh, no, it was Lucas. I'm not going to say what I bet because, I don't want to start nothing, not between me and him, but, rumors, I guess it is. But I was like, dude, $1,000. But then Jeremy just told me something. I was like, nah, that's BS, dude. I said, I'll tell you what. I went easy on him. I said, how about $50? He's like, no, I was like, because you don't know, do you? He goes, no, I don't. I said, uh-huh. I always think when someone's trying to BS me, if you throw a bet at them, they'll tell the truth, and it usually works. Truckers World says, I had a guy guiding me tonight, and he let me hit his mirror with a van I had loaded in the back of my trailer. Well, you a car, Harlow? You're a car. I think I can see in the little teeny avatar that's a car trailer. That is effed up, man. See, that's why I don't trust people when they're telling you to back. I've had it where people are standing back there, blah, 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 and it's like, it don't look right. And I'll jump out and look just because it's like, I'll walk back. Hey, man, I'm just, I'm half blind in this eye. And my ear don't work very good. So I just want to look back here. Or it's funny. Yesterday, when we were coming home, I was backing in out of Love's because she wanted to go to Cooper's or Farms or whatever and get an ice cream she's been wanting forever. And there was a hot shot there and a bunch of parking spots. So I was backing in next to the hot shot, and it cracked me up because I was, backing in. He jumps out of his truck, or no, he opens the door of his truck and he's standing there watching. And then some other guy comes around, and I seen him real quick, and he's doing this. And I'm telling Melissa, I'm laughing. I'm like, I don't know what the hell these guys' problems are, but I mean, I got 50 spots here. They ain't even squeezing it between two trucks. Got plenty of room. But what I'm assuming is they seen a prime truck, so they automatically assumed, oh my God, student, one step above Swift. I better get out and, let's put in, I thought they were going to get out the orange flashlights and guide me in like an airplane. But I just thought it was funny. I was like, whatever. Big Tim says, get a new DPF filter. I bet yours is burned up. Yeah, that's part of the thing. It's to clean the DPF system. Well, see, since I'm not on my phone doing this live, I can actually go in and tell you exactly what it is. Because the one thing about Prime that is cool, oh, hello, your ring, pendant, and or diamonds have arrived at the company store. Okay, I got my ring back. They just added another diamond to it. We got this thing here. It's a really cool thing for our trucks. It tells us what needs to be done and whatnot. And as you can see, tractor oil change overdue by 1,525 miles because they probably just added the miles I drove here. So it takes a day or two for them to get the paperwork. They'll get the paperwork, and it will show when I change the oil, and it will update it. But okay. DPF cleaning PM needs to be done in 38,000 miles. That's why I'm not doing it when I go in because it's so expensive. And then the DPF replacement filter gets done with that. So yeah, it's getting a cleaning and a new filter right before I turn the damn thing in because I think we're only going to put 50,000 miles on the truck or so. What do we do? 4, 8, 16, 20. So 20, 40, 60, 80. Oh, no. No, no, no. We're going to put more than that. We'll put probably about almost about 80,000, 80 to 100,000 miles, I think is what we'll put on it. I think. I mean, my brain might not be working right. Hold on, guys. I got to get some water. My mouth is dry. All right. Let's see. Get a new. Okay, got that. And if you guys don't know who Angela is Lucas's better half. Definitely better looking. Lucas says at Joe Jordan, careful, he might throw a toaster at you. Exactly. Stop setting us up. What the hell? They're trying to get us into a freaking war here, Lucas. What the frick? Joe says, I bought a new ice cream attachment for my KitchenAid stand mixer on QVC because it was the least expensive one I found on the interwebs. Lucy jacked up my last one. Well, that's what the hell is an ice cream attachment? Does that? Oh, it stirs the okay because you got to stir ice. Okay, I get it. Angela, why you will win? Oh man. All right, Lucas. What we should do then to shut these women up? We're gonna be in Springfield on the 7th. Oh, my truck's gonna be in the shop. I was gonna say we just we can throw down like $1,000. We'll hand it to the girls, and winner take all. We have a lot of extra trailer swing on the car haulers. Dude, those car haulers, I don't understand how you guys can back into a spot and trust somebody else to back up to you. How? Because those cars are always hanging way the hell off. How often do those cars get damaged back there? It has to be a lot. Now, I know a lot of car haulers back up against the, tree line and everything, so they don't, but I do see them where they're backed against another trailer, or even worse, pulled in forward. And then as trucks drive by, they're going to hit their mirrors on the back bumpers and everything because, they're seeing the trailer. It's just an optical illusion. That really caused a problem. So you guys with those car haulers, man, how often do you damage those cars? That's what I'd like to know, because I think it's probably more often than people realize. They get damaged now and again. Now, obviously, you're responsible for that, and you probably don't catch the people who damage them because they're probably long gone, because if somebody taps the bumper or whatnot and you're in the shower or you're sleeping and they just barely, crinkle it. Because I'll tell you, at truck stops, when I'm backed in, I have people back into me all the time. It's like they're backing into a dock. It's crazy. Really, what is the length on your? What is the length on you when you are fully loaded? You do look long. You do look freaking long, but doesn't that limit you to some states you can go into or areas? Because I know there's some restricted routes that restrict you to a certain length. Like 65 foot, and we're 75 foot driving down and going do do do. You see the cops. So your truck, yeah, but you guys are also long noses usually. So because my truck is 75 foot, the standard prime truck and trailer is 74 feet. I've got a foot on everybody. Now this is reefer. but I got a little bit different setup on my fifth wheel on this. Now I don't know what the Peterbilts are, but on the Freightliners, they're 74 foot, but I got a little bit different setup on my fifth wheel, so I'm 75 foot. 90 feet loaded. Wow, so that's more than 10 feet. 75, 80 feet, you're 15 feet. We are 80 feet empty. Okay, and you're 5 foot longer when you're empty. Yeah, it's because you guys have to have those big long hooded trucks, because if you haul cars, you got to be cool, right? Can't pull it with a new freaking Cascadia or 579. I mean, come on, man. That ain't cool, right? Melissa, you crying in there? She's wearing her headset, so she can't hear me. In the truck, she's in the back with her headset on. I just flicked the lights on and off so she, will respond to me. What the hell's that noise she making? Nah, Lucas, there ain't no way they're taller. Up to 14 foot high. Okay, you are taller. Jesus. So obviously you guys don't go in a lot of places with the these 13.6 clearance bridges. You take the top of people's cars off. You'd think they'd have those trucks set up to where they can keep it 13.6 or under. Oh, yeah. Jesus, the trees. Yeah, that's got to be funky because them trees are always hitting the top of my truck. Especially some of the roads Melissa takes us down. I wake up, it sounds like someone playing drums on the top of the truck. It's like, what the hell's going on? And I open the curtains and it's like, oh, damn, she did it again. Go back to bed, hide. Hopefully she finds her way out and doesn't go, David. What's up, Mr. Stefan? What's going on with the truck? Oh, right now, nothing, but it's going on the 17th. I'm taking it to Prime. It's got to get some work done. We just had a PM done on it out in the field, which was very interesting. It's got to go in for, I got a check engine light on, but mainly it's going in. I've got front brake issues. They're just old and worn out. I got 460,000 miles on the truck. So they need to be replaced. We'll look at the back and see about if the back has way more than 5 months left on them, I'll leave them and I'll take that out of my e-fund, not out of my e-fund, out of my lease completion bonus. But if they're even maybe, then forget it. I'm gonna just change all the brakes because either way I'm paying for it. So you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna just have them change them all. Unless if I'm remembering right, those backs are looking sketchy too. But my front brakes they're not DOT yet, but they're separating, and we don't want to wait for them to separate to have a problem. Also, Stefan, you going to be able to swing by the terminal there on the 18th, boy? Come have some dinner and drinks with us? Some states we have can't be over 13.6. Okay. Big accident on I-24 by Culver City today in Kentucky. Anyone see it? Well, obviously I didn't see it because I was freaking sitting here all day. Oh, speaking of which, I think I had this gas siphoned out of my pickup truck at the Houston yard. Because when I picked it up, it was on empty. And I never run a vehicle to empty. And I especially wouldn't have. Now, maybe I did. Maybe I can't remember having an issue where it was like, oh my God, we got to go. Because I always fill my tank up when we leave the house to go park at the yard. That way, when we get home, I don't have to worry about fuel when we leave. I usually have 3/4 of the tank or better, but when we got in there, started the truck up, first thing I noticed is the fuel light was on and it's on empty. I'm like, what the hell? So Melissa made a good. She goes, you know what? From now on, let's mark. Just leave a note in the truck. The half tank, 3/4 tank, full tank, and if because I was going to buy a locking gas cap, but they're such a pain in the ass. Although I could get one and just use it when I drop it at the yard, but I'm gonna see, and if I actually write down the fuel amount and I notice somebody took it, then I'll get a locking gas cap. But otherwise, I actually want to think, David, maybe you didn't pay attention how much fuel you had in the truck when you parked it. It was really low, a little bit evaporated because the heat, yada yada yada. But I don't think so. I think somebody snagged my fuel. You're going home on the 11th. Okay. These truckers world's usually running about 13:10. That sucks. I'd hate running over 13:6 just because all the 13:6 stuff we go under right now. Um, and I always when I'm looking up and seeing routes, it's like, oh, there's going to be a couple 13:6 bridges, and it's like, oh, but we're 30, yeah, but the clearance is 13:6, so hopefully they didn't build the street up or anything. And you just go and you duck a little bit and go, oh, I didn't hear nothing scrape, we're good. Going back out on the 18th, my daughter's first day of Head Start is the 13th. Right on, right on. Got to be home for the kids, man. Lucas took my gas. And what? Put it in your truck? That what you need my gas for up in Houston? Where's Gilberto? That bastard. He probably stole it. He pulls that. I think he drops his trailers there when he goes home. I used to run a 14 on the West Coast. Nothing to worry about over there, really. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if people notice, but a lot, if you look in your atlas, each state has what they're, and this is why, if you look at Texas, it's got like 500 low bridge warnings in the atlas. And you're like, are you kidding me? Freaking Texas, their bridges are 20, 30, 40, 100 feet tall. What the hell? Well, that's because, like other states, their static height is 14 foot. So anything under 14 foot, they consider low, and they have to put it in the atlas. Because if you look, everything is 14 or between 13.6 and 14 foot tall, but it's all listed because of that. I mean, there's some shorties, but very rare. He stole it and put it in your car. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Running around with gas cans when I freaking put it in his freaking reefer. Oh no, that would be Prime's problem. Then I put it. Oh wait, you don't have a reefer. You don't work for Prime. What the fuck am I talking about? God damn, apple juice is starting to get to me, I think. Oh man. Oh wait, no, this was water, wasn't it? The water. I wouldn't drink the water out of the tap here though, man. It smells bleachy. But yeah, man. I'm gonna let you guys go. Been an hour and a half. That's wow. I don't feel like it's been an hour and a half because talking to you guys is just so much fun. Pamela, you crazy, crazy girl. Crazy, 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 crazy girl. But Pamela's a good girl over there. She is my kind of girl, man. She is my kind of girl, definitely. Apple juice, no water. I don't know. I can't remember what I got last time. It was water or apple juice, but yeah, it was good. Talk to you guys later, man. Be good. End stream. Boing, boing.